Well, howdy there, pipe pals. What? Holy Smoking Pipe Padre coming at you again. And, no, it's not Fess Parker. But it's not Donald Boone. It's not even Davy Crockett. It's just me, old Padre Francesco. Smoking my latest acquisition, my little Dunhill cherry wood, which I got at the Briar Patch. Well, this video, friends, is about resolutions. Allow me, though, before I begin in this scintillating dissertation, to get a cup of coffee. By the way, I'm smoking some Black Velvet in my cherry wood, and I'm going to tell you, I've smoked nothing but the Black Velvet in the last couple of weeks. And as many inveterate pipe smokers will tell you, the beautiful harmonic overtones to a specific tobacco begin to emerge. It's almost like a beautiful marriage between this tobacco and this pipe. I have to say that I have had no tongue bite whatsoever, even though this is an aromatic. This is a house blend at the Briar Patch, if you're interested. You can order online, by the way. But it is really delicious. Now, again, most of you know I don't tend to be an exclusively English smoker. I do enjoy aromatics from time to time. And I really like Black Velvet. It's very tasty. Now, last night I was sharing with you my newest acquisition, this beautiful Ben Wade Danish freehand. I'm not going to try and focus it. I'm using my Canon T3i. I needed to kind of bring this out of kind of semi-retirement after learning a few little tricks of the trade. So here we are using the Canon T3i. But there was one, I have to say that I love this pipe. It's a beautiful pipe. I enjoyed smoking it. I smoked an entire bowl last night of W.O. Larson Signature Blend. Again, a very, very flavorful aromatic. But I wanted to say that this pipe, as beautiful as it is, it does have one little character defect. I wouldn't say it even a defect. It's just I should have seen this. And please, if you're watching, my dear friends at the Briar Patch, this is in no ways a critique at all. It's just something about the nature of Danish freehands. This right here, you can see that. That thin wall. And this is a pipe. I have to say also this is an estate pipe. That's why I was able to acquire it, because if I bought this brand new, it would probably be double the price what I paid for it. But it's almost, it's almost, I mean, it is brand new to me. It's certainly, and there's no cracks in it. There's no burn holes. This is just a beautiful pipe. And I've had this with other Danish freehands, so it's not the pipe, it's just the style of pipe that Danish freehands are, because they are going according to the wood, you know, as Jay would say, let the wood talk to you, not trying to make it into something that's not. And this is certainly a beautiful pipe, no doubt about it. It looks like a little mountain range to me. It's just so beautiful. But I did notice last night that as I smoked it, and again, part of that's me. You know, I probably smoked my pipes a little too on the hard side. It did get pretty warm along that little plane there. So, but I also discovered I can hold it like this. Isn't that cool? Because of this wonderful lip on the plateau. So I can even hold it this way. You know, kind of almost like something Hartwick would do. You know. You know, just sorry. Okay, but this is a beautiful pipe. I just wanted to say that. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with all my pipes, I guess. Okay, but why am I making this video? Well, I want to talk about resolutions. And there's a reason why I want to talk about resolutions, because I kind of made a quasi-resolution not to make a whole lot of videos in 2012. and I still want to keep to that. But I thought the nature resolutions is interesting, and I'm sure that Jay, I know he had one last year. I'm sure he's going to come up with a resolution video if he hasn't already, and enlighten us, share with us his ideas on what resolutions are all about and what they mean to you and what they mean to him, and maybe some people acknowledge them and adhere to them and try to do them, and some people just yes, yeah. But I resolve in 2012 not to poke tigers with sharp sticks. I also resolve I'm not going to go around kicking elephants. I resolve that I am not going to be drinking sulfuric acid this year, just this year. I also resolve that I am not going to take short walks off of tall buildings. When it comes to law of gravity, I always lose. I always kind of fall for that one, if you get my meaning. Now, again, I've made an allusion to videos. I wasn't going to be making videos, as many videos as I did last year. And I'm probably going to stick to that. But I have to say that there is one pipe at the Briar Patch that I discovered last night, and it will probably complete my Dunhill collection. I didn't see it until last night, and I was planning on getting another Dunhill, but now I have decided that I am going to get this one pipe, and then I am going to put myself on a very strict regiment of not buying for this year, after I make this one purchase. No more pipes and no more tobaccos for 2012. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I'm going to try. As far as making more videos, if I have something truly worthwhile to say, perhaps I will make a video. That's one of the problems I've noticed in the last 24 hours, 48 hours. I've been watching a lot of your videos, and sometimes they just beg for a response. I want to kind of like, it's like you're walking away from, you ever play the game, was it Dodgeball? And you get in the circle, and you're sitting there and you're rolling that dodgeball. Yeah, that was the outside version of dodgeball. There was an inside version too. We call that slaughter ball. But anyway, it's like when you start walking away from the circle. You kind of like, I'm done. And all of a sudden, something piques your interest. Maybe some other person gets in there. Man, you want a chance at them, and you run back to the circle. That's the way I feel right now. For example, case in point, did you see the wonderful video about this wonderful vapor? In fact, it inspired me to go out and get another 10. I rest my case. So there are resolutions that sometimes we can't keep. Now I want to say something about resolutions because I think it's important. And I've discovered this. Now, if you write them out in the beginning of the year, and again, you've got to be realistic, but if you do that, believe it or not, the last 2 years I've actually wrote them out. I wrote them out. And I can honestly say, now did I keep all of them? No, not at all. But, believe it or not, I kept 50% of the resolutions I made. And I'm not being silly like, not hanging off of airplane wings at 30,000 feet. Stupid things like that. Of course, I didn't do that last year. I honestly didn't do that. But I made some very serious goals, and 50% of my goals that I actually wrote down, I actually kept. I was surprised. And I have about 2 or 3 this year that I am going to really try to keep this year, because they're really good goals. I'm not going to say what they are because, well, they're just, some of them are just kind of personal, But I just want to say that I know some people say, "Oh, it's stupid. They don't work," and blah 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 blah. Well, maybe they don't work for you, and that's a personal call. But I am saying that don't be discouraged. If you find yourself wanting to make a resolution, make a resolution. Make it realistic. And take it a little bit at a time, Because I think if you do something good, just a little bit every day, for a year, you can bring about change. I used to not do any physical exercise at all for the last 6 or 7 years. I mean, I did in the course of my job, but I found 2 years ago when I made a decision to walk at least 30 minutes every day, that I kept that one. That was the first year. Second year I tried to do the same thing, but I had plantar fasciitis, so it was kind of hit and miss, But eventually, after the plantar fasciitis went away, I started walking again, and I love it. I love doing it. There's no excuse. Well, this video is coming to an end real quick, so I just wanted to just sum up by saying, don't be afraid to make resolutions. Make them realistic, write them out, and kind of track them. And you might be surprised. You might be surprised that you might keep one or two. And that's really encouraging, I'll say that. Because when I go back and I think, because I know that I make about maybe 7 to 10 every year. And sometimes I know some of the big ones, And I go, I broke that one. But there are other ones that somehow I just kind of get into it, and after the first couple of weeks, it just becomes routine. And I was surprised in the last 2 years when I looked back on my list. Didn't keep all of them, but I kept 50% of them, and that's pretty good. So, as far as PAD, pipe acquisition disorder, I got it that bad, as most of you probably already know. But I got a ton of wonderful pipes, and I'm enjoying every single one of them. Again, thanks to the fine folks at the Briar Patch, under Captain Ron, and good old Sean and Matthew and Chris and Gabriel, and there's a new guy out there, really neat guy. He has a little compulsive disorder with his iPhone there, or cell phone. He has to keep the screen clean. I know what you mean, buddy. That's probably a resolution I should do. Try to just wipe it down once a day. That's all you got to do. That might be a good resolution for me. Anyway, so thanks for watching. We'll probably see you from time to time in 2012, and I hope that all your smoking endeavors are enjoyable. Again, as I like to say, light up your world, light up a pipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.